There was a woman at that party you actually wanted. You didn't approach her. You approached someone safer instead, and you told yourself you were being realistic. You weren't being realistic. You were obeying a belief, a line, one you drew for yourself somewhere along the way, one you don't even remember drawing. It has a name, and once you see it, you can't unsee it. Dante was at a party, two women across the room. One was exactly his type, stunning, the kind of woman who makes the whole room look when she walks in. The other was cute, approachable, safe. He walked over to the second one. I asked him about it after. She was out of my league, says who? He didn't have an answer, because there isn't one. No rejection, no data, no evidence. He just had a ceiling, an invisible wall he'd installed for himself somewhere along the way. That's not a confidence problem, that's an entitlement problem. Every man has what I call a deserve line. It's not about your looks, not about your money, not about status, at least not directly. It's an internal setting, a threshold, a subconscious belief of which women belong in your world and which ones feel like a different category entirely. Here's the part nobody talks about. Women can read it, immediately, before you open your mouth. Not because they're running some conscious analysis. Women can feel it. They just know. The men with a high deserve line move differently. They don't hesitate the same way. They don't treat attractive women like rare events. They treat them like Tuesday. This puts women at ease. They relax. You did not put her on a pedestal. The men with a low deserve line also broadcast it, in the approach they didn't take. Now, Vic. I watched Vic at a rooftop bar. Most attractive woman there, standing near the back. The whole room had already clocked her. Half the men were working up to it. The other half had already tried. Vic walked over like he was walking to his own kitchen. No warm-up, no recalibration, no performance. She was laughing within 30 seconds. His deserve line was set high before he could even explain what that meant. Most of us don't start there, which means most of us have to build it manually. Before you push back, I know what you're thinking. Isn't this just arrogance? No, and this matters. Entitlement is a quiet, settled sense of what belongs in your world, because you did the work to get there. Arrogance is claiming that same space without having earned it. One is grounded, one is a performance. Women feel the difference immediately. Here's what most men do when they figure this out. They try to decide their way to a higher deserve line. They tell themselves they deserve better. They say it in the mirror. They write it down. It doesn't work. Because the deserve line isn't set by what you think. It's set by where you've been. Experience sets the line, not intention. Now, Noel. His deserve line was set low when I met him. He'd approach all night, just never the women he actually wanted. He told me they felt unrealistic. I gave him one rule. For the next month, only approach women who intimidate you. Women who feel out of reach, no safe options, no fallbacks. If she doesn't intimidate you slightly, don't approach. He pushed back, said he'd go home empty-handed. He was right, for a while. 3 weeks in, Friday night, bar in Midtown, he spotted a woman at the end of the bar, exactly his type. He felt the reach. He walked over anyway. She shut him down in under a minute. Cold, clean, done. He texted me on the way home. This isn't working, I told him. That's the point. You're not collecting numbers. You're retraining your nervous system to think you belong where you are. By week 5, something shifted. He couldn't name it. He just noticed he wasn't adjusting himself before the approach anymore. The women who had once felt like a different species began to feel like people. His deserve line had moved. Not because he decided it, because he'd been there. And that's where most men stop listening. They hear build the experience and think it means suffer through rejection until something randomly clicks. That's not it. The shift isn't in the rejection, it's in the moment before the approach, the moment when it stops feeling like a reach, where your nervous system stops firing the warning signal. That gap between the beauty spike and the signal, that's where the deserve line actually lives, and you can move it. Back to Dante. The woman at that party, he talked to her later that night, after we had this exact conversation. Before he walked over, he said 2 things to himself. I belong here. I've been here before. This is not a rare event. This is just Tuesday. And then he moved. Nothing tragic happened. He wasn't a different person. He didn't die. He just stopped obeying a line he hadn't chosen. She gave him her number. Leagues don't exist. The deserve line does. And you're the only one who said it. Most men watching this will immediately think about the woman they didn't approach. Good, that's the one. Episode 5 is next. Sexual neediness. Rarely talked about. Because the thing killing your attraction isn't that you want sex. It's the way that want leaks out of you without you realizing it. She feels it every time, before you make a move. Sometimes, before you even speak, drop a comment. Where is your deserve line right now?
I was in high school at the time, and we were engaged in horizontal activity, and we got to the point where we were in action and she said, "Go deeper." Hang on, stay with me now. You see, I had run out of PP. And what changed everything was this bottle of toxic male, made from the world's most exotic ingredients, like the saber-toothed tiger and the woolly mammoth.
Oh, really?
I love your hair.
Thank you.
I think we should trade hair for one day.
With what?
We should trade hair for one day. Just for one day.
Yeah, probably.
Were you playing something?
Yeah, I was playing music here, making some
Oh,
street
violin?
music around. No, it's a ukulele. Yeah.
That's good. You have a YouTube channel then?
What?
You have a YouTube channel?
I have an Instagram account. It's
Oh, so you put it on your Instagram.